Chris, obviously Tri-Series round 3 first off, and the last one for this cycle of the SDP-FDP program. Always an exciting time to have everyone down in the one venue.
Yeah, we love Tri-Series. It's bringing together our program athletes and families for a great weekend of basketball competition. So having our top 360 athletes all in one place, putting to practice what they've been learning on their weekly training sessions through the year, it's really exciting.
And of course, our under 14 teams or our Division 1 teams are going for that spot for the under 14 nationals coming up later on in the year.
Yeah, they're still fighting to qualify. As we know, the top 2 out of the 3 go forward to the 14 club championships this year in Ballarat. So the teams are looking quite settled now, but there's still some competition to go today and tomorrow to determine those places. So I think we'll have really good, strong teams in Ballarat out of the 14 age group, which is great for the state going forward and great for our state teams in the future.
And of course, it's nice to have Gerald down, the new Basketball Australia CEO. So she's been down for the last couple of days. What has her reasons for her visit been, and what have you been discussing?
Yeah, really nice to have Gerald in Hobart and Tasmania for a visit, and we've had excellent discussions yesterday with government, and today we're talking with the Basketball Tasmania board, which is really great. We also had some media opportunities yesterday to talk about the game. And how it all links with the NBL going forward, and which has been a bit of a topic of the last week or so, Ronnie.
Yeah, on cue. Yeah, you kind of brought my next question. There's been a lot of talk about the Dooran Entertainment Centre, and of course Larry Kesselman wanting to purchase that, and in negotiations with the Glenorchy City Council. From a Basketball Tasmania perspective, are you excited about Larry coming in and investing in the state?
Oh, it's very exciting. It's a great opportunity, and it's one we want all the pieces to line up. So there'll be a bit of planning work to go. However, it's not every day one of the top businessmen from the country comes into your state and wants to put a investment into Tasmania and basketball. So it's a fantastic opportunity, and we're meeting with Larry further next week. He's in Hobart again next week to talk about that, talk about how it all might work together, and he's been really good to work with to date. And the NBL, as we know, has gone from strength to strength. Really strong, vibrant league now.
So will this help further the talks about infrastructure, more stadiums that we need, especially down this part of the state?
Yeah, that's one of the things we want to achieve out of this opportunity. We want to ensure that one of our number one priorities is to ensure we have places to play and nice new courts and facilities. As we know in Hobart, we're really short of where we need to be. In fact, it's the worst capital city in the country with facilities, but the government knows that, and they've been really supportive, and they're planning going forward, which is great. But if we can work in with the NBL opportunity with new courts and for the sport, it would be fantastic.
And of course, to further on that, there's a bit of talk about if that NBL licence things get up and the front runners at the moment are the Southern Huskies owners. Would you like to see potentially them, owning the team at some stage going forward?
Well, I think you're right. They're the front runners for it, and they've provided a fantastic investment for the state, and they've been really good to work with. We've partnered with the Huskies this year, and in year one they've done a terrific job to put 3 teams on the floor in a short space of time. There'll be some adjustments going into year 2, but they're certainly putting a very strong case forward. At the end of the day, it'll be the NBL itself that decides who runs the franchise, but the Huskies are doing everything right at this point.
Let's talk about that strategic plan that you presented to Gerald yesterday. Now that incurs a lot of planning from months and pretty much last year, really, hasn't it?
Yeah, that's right. It follows on from our last strategic plan, which was 5 years ago when we did our constitution change after the governance review. So this one builds on the successes that we've had over the last 5 years, which has been great. But there's some key areas in there, and we touched on the facilities, which is one of our main priorities, but also females in sport as well, and that ties in nicely with Gerald's visit. It's a national issue, and it's one that we're very keen to see the ratios of females maintained and increased in the future. And this type of event today is also a great reflection, where we've got the 360 athletes and 50% of those are girls, and they're all excited to be here and love the game, which is terrific.
And what are the steps that we need to take forward in making sure that we keep girls at that 16s, 18s level, where they're starting to drop off, and and there's like sports like netball, AFLW, that kind of trying to pull them to their side. So what are we going to do to keep them on our side, really?
Well, I think it's built a big base at the bottom. There will always be some that drift into occupations and studies and even other sports, but we know we have a terrific sport. It's ideal for Tasmania. It's multi-gender, it's indoors, it's safe, it's a great sport for fitness. So we know we have a great product, and it's just a matter of building those numbers from the bottom to ensure that when we get through to the 18, 19, 20-year-olds, there's a lot of numbers playing the game.
All right, let's quickly turn our attention to what's ahead. Obviously, Tri-Series this weekend, and then not too far away, the State Championship Series, but also too the State College Championships have been moved from May now into the first weekend of August as well too, and I believe entries are now open.
Yeah, that's right. Entries are open for those, and we're really mindful to provide a lot of opportunities, events for people to decide. So once upon a time it wasn't a 12-month calendar, but now we're very keen to offer the sport 12 months a year, and people can then decide what they participate in. Some families want 12 months a year, some want 6 months a year, but our obligation as a sport is to provide that opportunity for 12 months, and our associations are following suit with competitions over the whole year as well. So that's terrific for us. Again, our numbers are increasing, 38% rise over the last 4 years, and we need a few more courts now.
My word, we do. Chris, great to talk as always with you, and no doubt we'll catch up again during the State Championship Series in September. But thanks for your time on BTAS TV.
Great, thanks Ronnie, appreciate it.